morning, everybody. Got a special opportunity for you here today and a special announcement we'd like to talk to you about for a few minutes here. Of course, our big guest right here in the middle, Mr. Ryan Newman, and he has three very special guests here today. They have some very exciting things going on, both on and off the track this weekend, to celebrate Veterans Day. Now, joining Ryan here today from Quicken Loans, Mr. Jordan Filonenko, their spokesperson. From Oral-B, on the far end, we have Mr. Ken Blewett. And in the middle here, right next to Ryan, a very special guest, Marine Staff Sergeant Robert Trujillo, who served his country in Iraq. Now, I do want to tell you, just before we go any further, this will be Ryan's media availability for the morning. So when we get our opportunity to do some one-on-one questions, take note of that fact, and please work those questions in now. Ryan, let's begin with you. On this weekend, you will be driving a very special Quicken Loans Chevrolet in honor of Veterans Day. Tell us about that and the program.
Well, as an ex-driver of the U.S. Army car, I'm always proud to represent any branch of the military, and in this case, what Quicken Loans and Oral-B has done to team up with our Quicken Loans Chevrolet this weekend. We've got 150 people that are on the car from Iraq and Afghanistan war, and basically just an honor to represent them, and proud to have partners like Quicken Loans and Oral-B who work together and give us the opportunity on a special weekend like it is in Veterans Day weekend. It's something to me that I've always said it's a great time to represent and give thanks, but it's something that should give us the I guess the mental picture of saying thanks every day. So this weekend's a special weekend, but my point is every day we should be thankful for the soldiers and the men and the women that sacrifice so much to give us the freedoms that we have. So thanks to Quicken Loans and Oral-B with Hope for the Warriors, what we do there with Oral-B and Quicken Loans and their special VA mortgages. We're proud that they give thanks in their own special ways.
As you mentioned, you did drive that Army car, and because of programs like that and the one you're doing here, you've had opportunities to get closer to our veterans, and some of us have. Talk a little bit more about some of the special opportunities and things that you've experienced because of those programs.
Well, just the people are what makes the difference. No different than in what we do with our race car. And my experience with the U.S. Army soldiers for the 4 years that I had was learning their stories and learning about what makes them who they are and the sacrifices that they make and the things that they do to give us this freedom, first of all, but what cost it comes to them, whether it's something physically, mentally and emotionally that they go through to be the soldiers that they are, and then still, in the things that we're doing with Hope for the Warriors, get them back involved in the civilian workforce. So there's so many different perspectives of it, but the most important one for me is to learn the soldier's perspective.
Staff Sergeant Trio, let's move over to you now. First of all, before we go any further, on behalf of everybody here, thank you very much for your service to our country. Don't you think, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you.
Please tell me, what does this mean to you to have this program going on here and all the soldiers are going to be seen on Ryan's car?
Sir, it's an incredible honor. It's amazing what the Quicken Loans team and Mr. Newman is doing with the paint scheme, honoring veterans past and present. It's a huge thing for us. It's a very important weekend, obviously, like Ryan kind of touched on. It's the last Veterans Day before the end of the war in Afghanistan. So it means a lot. It's a loss of words of what it means to be on Mr. Newman's car.
Great. Glad to have you here. Jordan, let's move over to you now. This is the second year Quicken Loans has done this. Tell me a little bit about the program and what it means to Quicken Loans and why they're doing it.
Well, Ralph, we always look for opportunities to honor our veterans. As Ryan mentioned, we do have the VA loan program that offers special benefits to active military and retired veterans who want to refinance or buy a home. And we also have a dedicated military recruiter. So those veterans who are coming off duty and looking to start their careers, we help from that transition from military duty to the actual work life. So we do have programs to get them accustomed to working in the business world, and we also are involved in a lot of career fairs, especially in Scottsdale in this area where we have 400 of our team members located, and then also in Detroit where we're located. So it's very special, and I mean there's going to be a lot more we do to honor veterans coming up. So again, from the Quicken Loans family, we're proud to be here.
Now from Oral-B, we moved to Mr. Ken Blewett. What was the motivation for Oral-B to get involved in this program with Ryan and Quicken Loans and the veterans on this day?
Yeah, well, we're doing a Built in USA program, really bringing out the pride of our American workforce and the team in Iowa City that builds about 1 million toothbrushes a day. A key part of that program is a partnership that we did with Hope for the Warriors, as they assist veterans moving from the military to civilian employment. And I mean, this is something, the support of veterans is something that Ryan cares about, that we care about, and something that Quicken Loans cares about. So it made a lot of sense, we felt, to come together this weekend and, and really bring out the pride that we have for veterans.
Okay, let's turn the mic open to you folks here in the media room and let you ask your questions of any of our guests up here on the panel. And also a reminder, this is Ryan's one media availability for the day. Any questions from anybody? In the back.
Sorry about that. Hi, Ryan. This being the silver anniversary of racing here at PIR, what is your fondest memory of this racetrack?
Well, I've been fortunate to be able to experience it in the old style, or the old shape of the racetrack and the way it is now. And some of my fondest memories include the Copper World Classics out here in the midgets and Silver Crown cars. I mean, that was our Daytona, was to come out here in 1st of February and race and prepare in the off season for our big race. That was literally our Daytona 500 in the open wheel series. And then to come back here, I don't know, 10, 15 years later or whatever it was, to race in the Cup Series and have as many poles that I did here in a row. And my win here probably would be the peak of it all, because going back to the Copper World and then having those poles, obviously you want to put the bookend on one side of it, or at least a potential bookend, and that was that victory in the Cup Series here. So and to do it in the style that we did it was pretty cool too.
Tom Jensen, to your left, Tom.
Brian, Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. 2 races left with Stuart Haas. Can you sort of reflect on your state of mind right now, wrapping up your career with them and looking forward to moving on to RCR?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, somebody had asked me a similar question, and to me it was like a series of books where you're not finished with one book, so you can't start the next. In that series of books, you have to get the last couple chapters done in order to get started and understand the next one. So there's part of me that is excited about the future, no doubt, and getting to that next book, but there's a part of me that wants to finish out these last couple chapters and do it strong and do it in the right way. And we have 2 opportunities here, being Phoenix and Homestead, and tracks that I've run good at. So it's I can't even say that it's bittersweet, because I don't even look at it as bittersweet, as it is just a matter of doing my job and having fun. That's what the whole goal is.
We have one in the front there.
Louis Frank of Speed Week. Jeff Burton was just in here, and he said he and Bobby Labonte and Mark Martin likely wouldn't be back to run full-time for a title. How do you feel about changing the guard, and what was your impression of them as you came up?
I think with Mark, I don't even know how to say that, because Mark's retired like 16 times now. But I guess it's if you look back at it, it was kind of destined to come. If you look back, when Jimmy and I came in, or eventually we're going to have that time too. Same thing with maybe like Ken Sith and Stewart and a few other guys. So I think there's going to be some waves of that happening, and I think that those guys are definitely, all of them have been proud of their careers and the things that they've accomplished. So, and at some point I'll probably be making that same announcement. But it's just, I think at this point in the season where it all becomes kind of vocal. Me and you? Yeah, okay.
Anybody else?
We'll get a rocking bench instead of 2 rocking chairs, if that's all right with you. Okay.